So how about the Northeast?
Up 12% over last year.
Excellent.
It's gonna be a good holiday.
Not just for sales, either.
We'll see.
It seems like we're discussing everything except for what really matters.
Well, the company matters, but I really have to wonder if it does to you.
Because of Grant?
That joker tried to run this company while you were gone like it was a monopoly board.
Rich, I'm sorry, but I had to put somebody in charge.
No, Logan, don't even start with me about that. We all know what's going on here.
What's going on here is that I'm engaged to Grant. And if I get married to him, he's going to help me run this business. But I'm not going to marry Grant. And you're not going to marry Taylor. And it's not because of this business. It's because of you and me. And especially the children. We're not going to shatter their lives again. Are we?
Okay, now that Mr. Garrison is gone, we all can have a little talk.
We just want to know if it's true. What we heard.
You're not really gonna marry Mommy, are you, Mr. Chambers?
We overheard you and Mr. Garrison talking.
Really? And what else did you hear?
That Ridge is marrying Taylor. I know that isn't true. He's in love with Mom. This whole thing's crazy. Come on, Butch.
Wait a second, wait a
Great,
second.
I wanted to talk to you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were having a high-powered meeting. How are you doing, guys?
Taylor, why don't you come in? We have a little problem that we need to discuss.
I hope you don't mind. The door was open.
Doesn't mean you're invited in.
Maggie, we are going to work this out.
I'm not the one you should be working things out with. I think that would be the mother of your child.
I intend to do the right thing by Sheila.
Great. I'll send you a wedding present.
Oh, Maggie, come on. I'm not going to marry her, damn it.
Why not? I've already slept with her.
Oh, would you listen to me, please? That was a mistake. It was a drunken mistake. I thought I'd lost you.
Well, maybe you should have had a little more faith.
You know, maybe I should have had. But maybe I'm just human after all. Is there any reason for dumping me because I'm not a saint? What did you think of marrying a saint? I'm a man, Maggie, and I apologize for that. I'm a man. So what's it gonna be? We signed the papers before the ceremony. We're officially married. Do you still want me? Would you please look at me and tell me, do you still want me?
Surprised.
Can I get you a cup of coffee or maybe a cup of tea?
No, I didn't come for tea.
Well, I just thought I'd offer.
So you're pregnant.
Well, you didn't think I'd make that up now, did you?
And you're claiming that James is the father.
I can prove it.
You're going to have to.
Of course. I'm dealing with the Forrester family. And paternity tests are like a flu shot to you. You know, you should have opened a lab on your compound. It would have been much more cost-efficient and a little more secretive.
My, aren't we confident these days?
I think I have reason to be. Don't you?
So what's your plan? You claim now that James is the father of the baby. You going to try and get him to marry you?
Nobody wants to spare those children more than I do, Brooke.
Well, then spare them.
How? By lying?
No, by giving them the life that they've always wanted. The life they used to have. Look, I don't want to argue, Rich. I just got off the plane. All I want to do is love you. I missed you. I'm standing here and I just want to reach out so badly and hug you, kiss you. And you want the same thing too, don't you? Look, the children don't need to know about any of this. They will be protected. They have you and they have me. Two of the most important people in their lives. And I want to give that to them so badly, Rich. But I can't do it alone. I need you. My children need you. So follow your heart and let's do the right thing.
You know, I really do love those children. And I hate like hell that they'd have to go through this much pain again.
They don't need to know about me and Grant or you and Taylor. They don't need to find that out. And they won't. If you and I have enough courage to admit that we made a mistake. That's not too hard, is it? For us, Rich, and for the children. So please, please, let's just stop all of this madness.
So what kind of problem do we have, guys?
Well, you see...
Are you marrying Ridge?
You're not, right?
Well, they overheard Clark Garrison and me talking.
Oh, did they?
So what's the deal? Why were you saying that stuff if it isn't true?
Well, Rick, sometimes guys say things.
So you made it all up?
Rick, nobody made that up.
What?
Oh, gosh, you know, this really is not the way the two of you were supposed to hear about this.
Hear about what?
You're not telling us Mom's gonna marry this guy here?
Well, they are engaged.
No!
I don't believe that.
Mommy would have told us.
Yeah, she's right. Then why didn't she tell us?
You know, I don't have an answer for that. I guess she just wasn't ready.
Or maybe it isn't true. Maybe it's just a big fat lie.
Yeah!
There you are.
Look who's back.
What's going on here?
You know, what James does is up to James. I can't make decisions for him.
You're surprisingly confident about all of this.
Well, you know, being pregnant has a way of doing that to a woman.
Under different circumstances, yes. Where the man is as much in love with the woman as she is with him. But that's not the situation here, is it?
Stephanie, there is nothing that you can say today that's going to upset me. Look, for the next 9 months, my course is set. I'm gestating.
You're dreaming.
You're right. You know, it is rather like a dream, isn't it? I mean, I have always wanted to have a baby, someone that I could love unconditionally, to give to. Someone who will be what I was never able to be. Happy, confident. I almost had a baby once, and then I miscarried, and that's not going to happen this time. And when I bring this precious little child into this world, I am going to teach it how to be an incredible person, how to make a difference in this world.
Sheila, you'd better find out who the real father of this baby is. Because if you think that James is going to fulfill that role, you're wrong.
He's not going to abandon my child.
So you really are going to use this little baby to try and get him?
My precious one? No, never. James is responsible. He has always wanted a child. That's what he has said.
Yes, but not under these circumstances. Certainly not with a woman who is crazy. And let's face it, you have serious emotional problems. Why would Jane want to cope with that?
Well, James is the one that created the situation, Stephanie. So he's going to have to deal with it. And what that means in terms of James marrying Maggie, I don't know. But what I do know is that we are going to be parents. And that we need to do what's best for our child. And you, Maggie, the rest of your family, this has absolutely nothing to do with you. So you're just going to have to learn how to accept it. No, in fact, you have no choice but to accept it.
This really complicates things, James.
Granted. It's very unfortunate, but it doesn't change the way that I feel about you or the future that I want for us.
How can you say that? Sheila is carrying your baby. You don't think that's going to affect your future?
Maggie, do you want to forget about this marriage? I mean, we can have it annulled very easily. But that won't stop me from loving you. I mean, even if I never see you again, I'm not going to go chasing after Sheila. If I can't have you, I don't want anyone.
What about the baby?
I told you I'll take responsibility for the baby. Oh, darling, I know it would have been perfect if this never happened. We'd have had a perfect life. Well, it's not meant to be that way. Now we have a challenge ahead. We'd have had things to face anyway. It might not have been this, but we'd have had them. Life is like that. I mean, there is no Camelot, Maggie.
James. This is more than just a challenge. We're gonna have that woman on our doorstep every night while she's carrying this baby. She's gonna use it to drive a wedge between us. I'd like to say that I'm strong enough to deal with that. But I don't know that I am. Phone calls, messages, barging in whenever she wants to. You know how it's gonna be. As long as that child is growing inside of her, we're never gonna be rid of her. And you're not gonna wanna be rid of her because you're responsible and you're gonna wanna do what's right by the baby. No, James. As much as I love you, God, I do. There's only one way that I would ever consider going through with this marriage. And Sheila's never gonna go for it.
Hello, Sheila.
James.
May we come in?
Yes, of course.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
We're working things out.
Then you've come to an understanding.
Yes, Sheila, we have.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
No, you're not.
Maggie.
Maggie, let me explain something to you.
You were saying?
Look, I know that you think this was some sort of underhanded ploy on my part, but it wasn't. Well, I didn't have an inkling that I was pregnant until my doctor told me yesterday. I was just as shocked as you were.
That is impossible.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe it is. But I never gave it a thought. You can ask James. I didn't seduce him.
He was drunk, Sheila. He doesn't remember.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt. But it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant now. I was vulnerable. I was inebriated. I thought I'd lost the woman that I love. And what happened, happened. But it doesn't matter. It's all history now. The fact is we are officially married.
But I thought I stopped the wedding in time.
No, we signed the papers before the ceremony. We are married and we intend to stay married.
I see. There's somebody else involved now.
You mean the baby?
Your baby, James.
Yes. My baby.
Well, what are we going to do about that?
We're going to do the responsible thing.
Meaning what?
We're going to bring this child into the world and we're going to raise him or her to be a responsible human being.
For a minute, I thought you were going to suggest something else.
Isn't that what you want, to do what's right for the child?
Oh, yes, that is the most important thing to me in the world. Yeah, very much so.
I'm very pleased to hear it.
So am I, Sheila.
Well, good, then we all agree on that. So this child is going to be very blessed.
Indeed, what's the best thing we could do for this new human being? I'll tell you what it is. We give him a home. A safe, loving environment with two parents who love him or her and are committed to his or her future.
Yes, we do that. James, we will.
No, Sheila, we won't, because you and I will not be living together. And one of us, specifically you, is in no position to raise a child.
What are you suggesting?
What I'm saying is the two parents who will raise this child will be Maggie and myself.
You and Maggie.
We want to adopt the child, Sheila. And if you want what's best for him, you go along with it.
Rick, Bridget? Grant, what is it? What's going on?
Taylor just told us a lie.
What?
She says you're engaged to Grant.
They found out.
Told you it wasn't true.
Is that what you're saying, Mom? That you're not engaged to him?
Of course she's saying it. How was your trip, Mommy? I missed you.
So what's the deal? What's all this talk about Ridge and Taylor and you and Grant?
How dare you talk to them about that?
She didn't, Brooke. They overheard Clark Garrison and me talking.
Garrison was here.
Hey guys, look. Before you go yelling at each other, how about some straight answers?
Rick, we'll talk about this later, okay?
No, I want to talk about it now. You can't be engaged to him.
Logan, I think that you're gonna have to tell them the truth.
What is it, Mommy? Why won't you tell us?
Yes, Grant and I are engaged.
What?
No! No!
What about you?
Rick,
Just tell us the truth. Quit lying to us.
Rick, Ridge and I are getting married. And it was wrong of us. We should have told you a long time ago.
Come on, Budge, we're out of here.
This is all your fault, Taylor. You could have handled it. You didn't have to tell them. But you wanted them to know. didn't you? Didn't you, Taylor?